Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Amni Ilhami binti Muhammad Zayasri. I'm a 4th year student from University Science Islam Malaysia, and today I will be presenting my research on factors influencing impulse buying on live streaming e-commerce among Gen Z. Before I begin, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to my supervisor, Dr. Wan Nur Fazni binti Wan Muhammad Nazari, for the invaluable guidance and support throughout this research. Thank you, Doctor. So I'll start with my background of study. According to Statista, more than 50% of Gen Z trust in online shopping. Before the coronavirus outbreak in every country, online purchasing was already a rising global trend driven by the advancements in technology, changing consumer behaviors, and the convenience it offers. However, the usage of online purchasing has increased during the pandemic until now. Due to the lockdown ordered by the government, people are strictly prohibited from going out. Only a person is allowed to go out to buy groceries or any essential stuff such as medicine. Regarding this issue, most companies figured out ways to continue their business by selling their various products through social media platforms such as Shopee, Lazada, and TikTok. These online platforms has conducted live streaming advertising, which buyers can directly purchase during live streaming. Based on Statista, Gen Z prefer to shop on live streaming due to the prioritized value and affordability when purchased online, making sales and discounts particularly appealing. So there are two problem statements here, which is psychological distress and financial loss. Psychological distress mentioned here means impulsive shoppers may have low self-esteem, increased anxiety, depressive symptoms, and an increased risk of developing obsessive compulsive disorders. So, for instance, Gen Z frequently watches live streaming on platforms like TikTok, Shopee, and Lazada, which promotes random things that they do not need. But since they lack of emotional self-control, they feel compelled to buy them right away to satisfy their need. Meanwhile, impulse buying can lead to financial loss too because it might be expensive to buy on impulse. It entails spending money on unplanned expenses and devoting less to savings and other essentials like payments. For example, if they keep on buying impulsively, even though the price is low, they will tend to lose money very quickly. This usually occurs when live streaming offers discounts. Hence, they assume that the product was cheap and worth buying. So next, we go for research questions. First, how does attractiveness impact the impulse buying behavior on live streaming among Gen Z? Second, how does trustworthiness affect the impulse buying behavior on live streaming among Gen Z? Third, does expertise impact the impulse buying behavior on live streaming among Gen Z? Fourth, is there any relationship between purchase convenience and impulse buying behavior on live streaming among Gen Z? And the last one, is there any relationship between product price and impulse buying behavior on live streaming among Gen Z? So to answer this, we have research objective. First, to identify the relationship between attractiveness and impulse buying behavior on live streaming among Gen Z. Second, to study the relationship between the trustworthiness and impulse buying behavior on live streaming among Gen Z. Third, to analyze the relationship between expertise and impulse buying behavior on live streaming among Gen Z. Fourth, to investigate the relationship between purchase convenience and impulse buying behavior on live streaming among Gen Z. And the last one, to examine the relationship between the product price and impulse buying behavior on live streaming among Gen Z. Okay, for literature review, there are 3 items that will be explained in detail. First, stimulus organism response theory, dependent variable, and independent variable. The stimulus organism response (SOR) theory can be used in impulsive buying behavior research by examining the factors that influence consumers' impulse buying decisions. Several studies have applied the SOR model to understand the relationship between stimuli, organisms, and response in impulsive buying behavior. So the term impulse buying describes the impulsive, unplanned, and thoughtless acquisition of products or services. There are 4 types of impulsive buying, such as pure impulse buying, reminder impulse buying, suggestion impulse buying, and planned impulse buying. independent variables: attractiveness, attractive visuals, interactivity, and social interaction in social media live streaming commerce enhance viewers' flow experience, leading to impulse buying. So for trustworthiness of the live streaming platform moderates the links between comment balance, comment quantity, and impulse buying behavior in the context of live streaming. And for expertise in influencer marketing, okay, defined expertise as the extent to which users on social media, on social commerce platform are perceived that they can find members who post instructive consumption information and are professional in some aspects. Next, purchase convenience. Purchase convenience means that consumers spend less time and effort in online shopping, and found out that the convenience of purchase environments markedly impacts the consumer's positive effect. And the last one, product price. Product price refers to promotional strategy in which vendors lower the retail cost of certain items to attract consumers. The greater the discount or the more convincing the sales personnel and experts sound, the more likely consumers will be to purchase on impulse. So for the conceptual frameworks, there are 5 independent variables and 1 dependent variables. 1 dependent variables is impulse buying itself, and 5 independent variables are attractiveness, trustworthiness, expertise, purchase convenience, and product price. There are 5 hypotheses. The first one, attractiveness positively influences impulse buying behavior on live streaming among Gen Z. And second, trustworthiness negatively influences impulse buying behavior on live streaming among Gen Z. And third, expertise negatively influences impulse buying behavior on live streaming among Gen Z. Fourth, purchase convenience positively influences impulse buying behavior on live streaming among Gen Z. And the last one, product price positively influences impulse buying behavior on live streaming among Gen Z. As for the results, only attractiveness, purchase convenience, and product price has significant effect on Gen Z's impulse buying behavior. For recommendations, improving attractiveness can be achieved by enhancing telepresence while leveraging influencers boost trustworthiness among customers. Analyzing successful live streams from brands can enhance expertise. Streamlining purchase convenience through one-click buy options will simplify checkout. And lastly, product pricing can be optimized by offering flash deals. And for methodology, research design, of course, I use quantitative method. Data collection method, there are 2. Primary data, questionnaire. Secondary data, journal article. Sampling design, target population Gen Z, of course, who age between 12 to 27 years old. Sampling frame, Gen Z who actively involved on live streaming. Sampling technique, convenient sampling. Sample size, 384 respondents based on Craigie-Morgan method. And finally, all the goals of this investigation have been accomplished. For instance, research has shown that price is the one factor that significantly affects Generation Z's and impulsive purchasing decisions. Therefore, this study offers experts who concentrate on improving the online buying experience while live broadcasting useful insights and useful advice. Additionally, this final chapter truly reviews the study's shortcomings and provides enlightening suggestions for future enhancements as well as possible avenues for additional research in this field. So that's all for my presentation today, and thank you.